All right, you guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the big wide world. We're back, we're live, we are streaming once again. So hope you guys are ready for some action today. Of course, we're going to be covering the World Rapid and Blitz Championship once again, as always. So we missed the first round, where I think there were quite a few draws on the top boards, but there was a big win for Artemiev against Arjun. So Artemiev is currently the leader of the tournament with 5.5 points out of 6, and of course he's playing with the white pieces against Magnus Carlsen. So, all right, all the big names lost in the first round. They drew quite a bit. How am I rooting for my teammate against Magnus? I'm obviously rooting for Artemiev, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Let's see what happens. But all right, so hope you guys are doing well. We're of course just going to wind into the stream. We're going to be covering the games obviously today. Who's this Artemiev guy? Very strong player from Russia. Someone who hasn't played a lot in recent times, but very, very strong, very, very dangerous. So yeah. It's Magnus versus Siberian Elephant. Yeah, Sib Elephant is the username that Artemiev has. All the big names lost. I didn't check the previous round closely. I saw there were a lot of draws. Arjun lost, bunch of draws. Robson won. Yeah, some. Oh no, Gutam Chess lost to Nieman. Oh, that's very sad. That's very sad. Gautam Chess lost. Very sad. But anyway, all right, so we're covering this obviously. The round is starting. Let's see what we get here. Artemiev has not made a move yet, so let's take a look at the other games. Anton versus Maxime. Okay, this looks sharp. Gukesh Tirana looks pretty normal. Robson versus Smoke looks pretty normal. So let's move along. Check out the Arjun Artemiev game. Arjun was just better with 10 minutes more. Artemiev had 10 seconds. Okay, I didn't check the game yet. Why am I not playing this tournament? I already spoke about it a million times. I'm not going to go over it again. But I spoke about it yesterday, so I would just say no, I'm not playing. Aronian lost to. I haven't been following Levon's tournament. I know he lost a game early yesterday, so yeah, I haven't been following closely. Ali Reza is playing Cena move ahead. Okay, where's Ali Reza? Ali Reza. He's way down though. I don't see his name right off. Yeah, I don't see his name right off, so we'll leave it here for a second. Okay, all pretty normal. So we get probably bishop e7, bishop b4, c6 also move takes. A lot of options here. Let's see which system Magnus goes for. But yeah. Also, of course, bear with me. I do feel a little bit sick this morning. My throat's hurting a touch, so I'll probably be a little bit less animated as I usually am. But nonetheless, we're here. We're gonna have a good time. We'll see how it goes. They're playing on board 14. Okay. Music should be good. Should be good. Ali Reza's game. Okay, this looks pretty normal so far. Nothing too crazy. So let's go back to board 1. How are you doing? How do you deal with jet lag? I mean, jet lag is killing me. I'm still waking up at very weird hours. So like I fell asleep at like 5 p.m. yesterday and woke up around midnight. So the cam stuff is a whole separate thing. Not going to get into weeds of it. Let's just say there could be some big drama sooner or later. So we got knight bd7. Okay, let's see what Artemiev plays here. Bishop d3, queen c2, maybe b3 is also a move. So let's see what we get. Magnus versus Neiman would be fun. That could be fun. Yeah. Yeah, this is round 2 of 4 today. They're four days. Ferrugia versus move ahead. Yeah. Well, let's see. Okay, Gukesh's game looks normal. Okay. Let's leave it here. Get queen c2. Okay, Magnus probably will either take or play bishop d6. Let's see which one he does. Let's see which one he plays. What's today's beverage? I have some tea here, some hot tea. I feel relatively good other than my throat. My throat, I've got like a lot of phlegm stuck in it, so that's why. Okay, Magnus plays b6. Okay, another option here. Let's see what Artemiev plays in this position. I think bishop d3 is probably the main line here. You can also take. I think takes knight b5, bishop b4, bishop d2 is supposed to be about equal. But I'm not 100% sure on that one. So, yeah. We'll see what we get. Check Ferrugia versus move ahead. I already checked that. I checked that like 30 seconds ago. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's go back. Anton's game looks very sharp. Gukesh's game, okay, looks pretty normal, pretty balanced. Robson versus Hans Niemann. This is very, very drawish, very equal position. Queen c3, I thought white normally took with the pawn and castle, but takes. They're going to get rook c8, I presume. You can take the bishop, but rook c8, I believe, is the main move here. Knight e4 also an option as well, but I believe rook c8 is the main line. Fun fact: Hans has played 4 IMs so far to be 5 out of 6. I mean, if you have a bad start in this event, you can get easier pairings and really run it up potentially. So that's why, with it being such a long event, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. So okay, what do we have here after Queen c3? I sound different. I'm okay, but my throat is hurting a little bit, so I'm not perfect. Actually, my throat started hurting during yesterday's stream a little bit, so it is what it is, but that's life. Okay, so this is pretty normal. Artemyev's game, we get e5 from Magnus. He decides to try and play the sharper line. I don't believe this is the best way to play, but Magnus is trying very hard to keep all 3 results in the game. Hey, Hikaru, I was fortunate enough to meet you in Mumbai. Thank you for inspiring us. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that Gautam Chess's streak did end against Hans earlier today. I didn't see the game, but I did see that. A lot of strong players up in the ranks. So like you've got Arjun here on board 6, or there's also like Anish. Why do I feel? Is this another exchange Slav? It is, right? Yeah, it's another exchange Slav. This is also very, very equal. What else do we have? Lazovic versus Yu Yangi looks pretty normal. Nihal's game, okay, it looks relatively normal. Lequang looks good for white because of this knight, which is guarded by the pawns. Classic bastion here looks pretty good for white. Okay, so let's get back to the top board. No moves from Artemyev. Magnus's b6 is an attempt to keep the game going. Yes, absolutely. Actually, white's gonna go e4 here. I don't actually love this position for black here. Nobody's playing those boring Italians anymore in rapid. I mean, I think it's because it's easier to play d4. If USA versus India is going to happen, will Gautam be there? Gautam chess might be there. Gotham chess might also be there. Who knows who will play? But okay, let's take a look. What else do we have? Someone said Anton Castle queenside. Wow. This is actually looking very good for white. No? Like e4? Apparently, white's supposed to play a4 here, and white's better. I don't know why this is supposed to be a big issue, but apparently it is. I mean, honestly, I love white's position here. After e4 with knight h4, a lot of kingside play. Looks very, very dangerous. We demand Gotham versus Gautam. Gautam will crush Gotham, though. It's not even going to be close. So we'll get knight e4 here, I assume. Takes. Shots fired, not really. I mean, if you look at the results that Gautham's produced in this tournament, it's not even a question. Don't confuse Levy the player with Levy the content creator. Levy is a great content creator, but he's not a great chess player. He's a good chess player, very good chess player, but he's not, he's not a GM level player. I mean, Gautam is literally playing against top 10 players in the world, and he's competitive. So like, of course, someone's probably gonna clip that out of context, but in general, it's just like don't confuse the two. So let's see what Artemyev does here in this position. Apparently, knight e5 is very strong for white. Apparently, I don't know why, but apparently it's good for white. Is this Gelfand? Who's Gelfand? Boris is not playing here. Move around. Gukesh's game. Okay, this looks pretty balanced, but white has a good diagonal. Little bit of pressure here. Better light square bishop than this bishop, but let's see what happens. Alirez is back in the top 15 boards. I did see that, yes. What do we have here? Okay, his position looks pretty normal. A lot of boring games. They're not very exciting so far to start. Erdogmus is doing well. I haven't heard that name. He's apparently climbing in the rankings. Okay, looks like a normal position here. Magnus game looks like the most exciting one though to cover right now. Definitely looks like the most exciting one. Last round was more exciting. Okay. Why am I not playing? I already spoke about it yesterday at length. I'll say it once again. Basically, my wife was pregnant, so I had to make decisions about tournaments I was going to play. There were 3 tournaments back to back. There was Freestyle in South Africa, there was the Global Chess League, and of course there's a World Rapid and Blitz. I had to basically pick one of the 3. Freestyle, for multiple reasons, even aside from the fact that my wife was due to give birth, I was not going to play in that tournament. So it basically came down to World Rapid and Blitz or the Global Chess League. And I already had a contract to compete in the Global Chess League. I would also say it was guaranteed money in that event as well, so it just seemed like the right event to play. It's also a league, it's kind of fun, it's teams, you know, a little bit of a different format, so I decided to play that and skip the World Rapid Blitz. Also because frankly I just don't want to have to deal with FIDE if I can help it. So yeah, there's that too. I mean, I think Magnus's wife brought their son to the freestyle event after like 2.5 months or something. Maybe it was even less than that. I mean, I of course would not do that, but I mean, to each their own. But my baby's not even 1 month old, so you can't travel. I think anything under 1 month is a big no. So anyway, Artemiev thinking for a very long time here. I don't know why, but he is. See what we get in this position. Okay, Anton's game, I like his position here. Again, apparently with a4, black's supposed to be fine. I don't really understand why the pawn being on a4 makes a difference. Maybe because in the long run, at some point, if there's ever an exchange, there'll be pressure on this pawn. Maybe that's why. Whereas the pawn's on a4, it doesn't matter. Like, again, the computer's absolutely screaming for a4 to be played here. I don't know why, but it is. But already I'm starting to like Maxime's position quite a bit, because there's going to be like bishop h4, rook f8. I feel like this knight g5 was, I didn't like this. I would have played e4 here. Yeah, I don't like this knight g5, knight e4 idea at all. Hans and Robson drew already? Okay. Super exciting. We get takes, bishop takes f6. Let's see what we get here. So if we get bishop to e4 here, probably the move that I expect white to play. Maybe a4, maybe king b1, but probably bishop e4. Magnus is way up on clock, but Artemiev is someone who's traditionally very slow, very slow. Artemiev is a very scary player to play against. Absolutely, yeah, very scary player. But yeah, let's see what we get here. Players who did good in the GC are doing good here as well. Artemiev didn't really do great, but I would say that yeah, Artemiev didn't do great. Alirez is not having a great event, actually, to be fair, but let's see. Get this. Bishop d5 and e4 is probably fine here for white. Don't like bishop e4. Again, bishop h4. I think bishop h4 makes sense. Let's see what we get. Will I play this event next year? I would say it's always 50-50 at best. It's 50-50 at best. Will I buy Levy's Chess for Babies book next year? Is that what he's calling it? I hope that's not what he's calling it. I know he has a book coming out, but I really hope that's not what he's calling it. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, waiting for a move. No moves. Pretty slow round. I need to get some rest. I mean, it's only my throat though. My voice is fine. I feel completely good other than my throat. That's a terrible title for a book. But I actually I think for Levy it's very smart to try and do that, because for Levy, at this point in time, Artemia is 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean the title's just kind of silly. It's really wonky. I don't think it hits the core audience that he has, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. But it's smart for Levy to try and do that, because at this point in time, I mean, it is really the only way of trying to grow a brand, I would say. So it's a reasonable attempt to try and do books, but books obviously don't pay that much. It's more a matter of whether you can get like a big advance, and then whether you can get a lot of people to buy it. You can make money from books, but you have to sell an insane amount. But I think like for Levy, he really only makes videos. That's all he does, is literally videos and YouTube, so he has a lot of time. So yeah, why not? Do you think you'll win the candidates? Maybe. There's also a non-zero chance that I won't play the candidates at this present moment, but we'll see. So did Artemia play 95? He did play 95, right? He did play 95. Yeah, so let's see what we get. So knight takes e5, knight takes e4. So did I see Levy's tournament at the Marshall? I did not see it. No, I did not see Levy's tournament at the Marshall. What happened? What happened at the Marshall? Great. Now I've got a bunch of yeah. Once I'm gonna mute my mic, so I got phlegm. All right, you guys. Okay. So if knight takes e5, don't mute. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to get rid of phlegm in my throat. So let's see what we get. So d takes e5 should be played here by Artemiev. Knight d5. I mean, apparently white's much better here. Why? Rook d1. Okay, but Artemiev very slow in this game too. Very slow. But let's see what we get. So probably d takes e5 will be played, is my guess. Well, let's see what we get. Artemiev came, or Levy came 6 with 5 out of 7. That's a bad score for Levy, right? That's a bad score for Levy, because Levy surely was playing not weaker players, but he wasn't playing it in a super strong tournament. So let's see what we get here. All right. Okay, this game looks balanced. Black's probably, I think I prefer black with the 2 bishops hitting the pawns. No real white attack here. You know, these 2 weak pawns, I think I prefer to be black. Definitely I prefer to be black. So let's move along. Okay, Gukesh's game still going. Ray drew with Hans. This looks pretty normal. A lot of normal positions. Yeah. Levy gained 10 points, really? Maybe it was a stronger term than I thought. If Levy gained 10, oh, 16 seed. Oh wait, it was an open. Oh, it wasn't. I thought it was a round robin. Oh, it was an open tournament. Ah, okay, so it's an open event. Okay, open events are very different than round robins, because a round robin, which is what Levy's played, in those events, it's those events quite different. Yeah, like if it's an open, then that's probably a good score. Because in an open tournament, you're gonna be playing against players of all ranges. You're not just playing against like people who are a little bit lower than you. So yeah, he gained 10 points. Okay. It's the annual Marshall Lasker. I didn't even know such a tournament existed. Honestly, I didn't know such a tournament existed. But yeah. Okay, apparently Sindarov's better against Cristobal. Let's move back. Anton's game. Okay, looks normal. Let's go to Magnus's game. So this is the big game. Bullet Brawl today? No Bullet Brawl. No, I'm not going to be playing with Bullet Brawl today. No Bullet Brawl. Just covering this event. Also, as you can tell, I'm a little bit sick, obviously, so don't want to push too hard today. So we're just going to cover this event. We'll do we'll obviously do our recap, everything else, but it'll be pretty light for the next couple of days. If you win the world championship, would you defend the title? Such long shots, but we'd love to know. If I were to win the world championship, yes, of course I would defend the title. Do you have any idea why Artemiev is so slow against Magnus? Not really. I think Magnus is going to probably play knight d5. Even though knight e4 is the best move, I think he's going to try to keep the piece on the board and trust that this big time edge is going to be enough to win the game. He was just as slow versus Arjun? Okay. Really? Okay, Gukesh. Looks balanced, but I prefer white, even though computer likes black, just because I feel like these knights are really well placed. So if black can get bishop f5, like something like this, probably it peters. Actually, it's going to peter out into nothingness. Now both of these pawns are kind of under pressure. Probably about equal, but let's see what we get. So nice to see you streaming other than a chess.com event, our streamer. Yeah. I mean, I'm just covering this event because why not? Wait, MVL drew? I'm surprised he took a draw here. I thought if anybody was better, it's probably black, right? Yeah, black is a little bit better here. It's slightly surprising, but okay, it's a draw. Let's move around. Okay, Magnus does play h6. So bishop f4 is supposed to be better for white here. But I mean, Artemiev living very dangerously on the edge here with this time situation. I mean, this is very risky. Very risky, but probably okay. Do I have a cold? No, I don't have a cold. I've got like phlegm stuck in my throat. Like otherwise I'm fine. My voice is fine. I don't have a headache or anything. I feel great. It's just I got phlegm stuck in my throat, so that's why I'm just like trying to like clear my throat. But my nose, for example, completely fine. It's literally just my throat. I literally feel like I've got like this big ball of like phlegm stuck there. So that's what it is. That's what it's about. Probably bishop f. What is Artemiev doing? Bishop f. Why is he thinking so long here? Wow, he goes e6. Oh, is he trying to force a draw? Oh man, he's gonna force a draw. He's gonna force a draw. That's actually pretty funny from Artemiev. Yeah, I think there's a forced draw here with bishop h6. Yeah, there's going to be a draw. Takes, bishop c6 and queen g6, and it's a draw. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, so we're going to get a draw here. A lot of draws, by the way. And this is going to give people like Ali Reza a chance to catch up. I mean, I think when I look at this event, anybody who's behind, there are going to be so many draws up top. There's already draw in Anton's game, draw in Robson's game. So many draws that it's going to give these people like Ali Reza a chance to catch up. I don't know if Magnus can really avoid it. I mean, he can avoid it with like queen c7, but this also looks very bad. There's a lot of light square weakness. Yeah, this is actually bad. Apparently, oh, bishop d5 just wins actually. So, yeah, I mean, there's no limit on when you can offer a draw. No limit. No. Anish's game looks very drawish too. But Anish, if anyone can try to win, it will be him. Okay, what else do we have? Sindarov's game still going. I think it's going to be a draw. I think this will be a draw. Magnus has to make the decision whether to take the draw or whether to go for more and take a worse position and think he can outplay him, but I don't see a good way. Like rook c8's another option, but I mean, even this one's also bad, right? Oh, there's this too. Yeah, I mean, actually for Magnus, queen d6 is maybe the only way to avoid. But this still, maybe bishop d3, maybe just, yeah, this also just looks terrible for black. Double wooden shield as well. Sessa says you can go bishop d6. I mean, I'm sure you can do this. Actually, this one makes sense, but I still feel like even if you get this still feels like better for white, right? Yeah, it's still better for white. Okay, let's see. Gukesh plays knight d3. I like where his knight is going. I actually think Gukesh is going to win this game. Maybe wins too strong. It's just queen d8, but I like the trend of this game. Check Seen a move ahead. Okay, Seen a move ahead versus Ali Reza. We got bishop g4. This apparently just, yeah, it's just bad. It takes bishop f6. This looks okay for black. You've got the two Bs. Anything could happen in this game. We get bishop f6, h3, f5 are both playable. But this will be a sharp game. How's the baby? The baby's good. The baby's good. Anybody who has a kid, they're probably familiar with this thing called tummy time, right? And I mean, I don't know how many people here have kids. Probably not a lot, but at least some do. And tummy time is always fun. Because we get e6 here. Okay, let's see what we get. From Magnus, waiting for a move here. Thank you so much to Anit Chess for the sub. Thank you so much to Anit Chess. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Magnus just blunders it. Oh my god. Someone in chat said, could Magnus miss it? And he did. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, bishop d5 is if Artemiev takes his time, he'll find it. Now apparently bishop takes h6 is winning, by the way. Yeah, Magnus now is in pure blufferoni mode. He's gonna have to bluff and pray that he can get some, he can do something to the time situation. Yeah, bishop takes h6 is winning here, by the way. Oh my gosh. I think Artemiev is going to see this too. I think he's going to see bishop takes h6. With this one? Oh, this is just completely winning for white. I mean, I'm worried about the time though. Like, why is he so slow? I mean, there is increment, but still, like, trying to live against Magnus with 10 seconds on the clock. I mean, yeah, if Magnus loses this game, it's gonna be a slog to win the tournament. It's gonna be a tough slog to win if he loses this game. We'll see what happens. Takes bishop g5, I assume. Yeah, bishop g5 is not a hard move to play here. Very easy just to slide the king and then rook e1. Main problem for Magnus is just he's a little bit too slow here. Where do you go? He didn't move yet. Yeah, bishop g5 is probably the best move. Bishop e3 is fine. I would go here just so that you have these ideas with rook e1. So if rook f6. Ah, you escape this way. This is winning? Why? Wow. I don't like queen g6, but it is what it is. I can get bishop h2, king h1 here. I mean, Magnus is all the time in the world, so Magnus is going to try to figure out how to keep this game going. I expect takes, bishop d6, rook e1, and like bishop f8, but like this is also, ugh, This is also very bad though. Magnus could win this game though. He could win. I mean, because of the time situation, he could win. If you were to ask me right now, I would put the odds 10% that Magnus wins this. I'd say 65% that he loses and 15% that it's a draw. That's what I would say. I would say 65% chance that Artemiev wins, 15% chance, or 65, yeah, 15%. Sorry, that's wrong. 20% chance that it's a draw, and then 15% chance that Magnus wins. That sounds wrong. No, it should be like 70, 20, 10. So 70% chance Artemiev wins, 20% chance of a draw, 10% chance that Magnus wins. That's what I would say. Yeah, I can't do math. Yeah, I don't think it's 15% chance that Magnus wins actually though. Artemiev way too slow, by the way. Apparently rook fe1 was better, I guess, because there's bishop a6, bishop c4 here. But I mean, Magnus, I don't think he's going to find this because he knows he's getting cooked in this game. Yeah, I think 70, 20, 10 is the breakdown. 70% chance that Artemiev wins, 20% chance to draw, 10% chance that Magnus wins. That's what I would say. I don't know how Magnus is supposed to create play here is the problem. Because f4 rook e8 idea is just so problematic here. I think Artemiev should win the game, but we'll see. I mean, Magnus just missed it. He missed a one-move tactic. It happens. But f4 now? Yeah, f4, obviously. Bishop d6. There is bishop b2. I still think Magnus has a chance to save the game. I still think he has a chance to save this. If he plays bishop b2, maybe even winning chance if he takes. If he doesn't take the pawn, I think he's probably going to lose. But I think if he takes the pawn, he's going to have chances, maybe. Maybe. Gukash's game has been pretty balanced for a long time. I mean, it's not even that I'm not even rooting for Artemiev. I mean, I am just because like he struggled in the team event that I just played in the Global Chess League, so I'd like to see him do well. But I'm not really rooting against Magnus. I just think it would just be nice to see Artemiev win because he really had a rough go of it. It felt like in the Global Chess League. Alireza is struggling. Yeah. Alireza's losing. Is he losing or just worse? I mean, everybody says that, but let's go to his game. He's apparently much worse, but why? Takes. Oh, could you sack? I mean, this is very computerish. Yes, this is winning, but very, very computerish. Oof. I actually think Alireza, unless seeing a move ahead sees this rookie one idea, I think Alireza should win this game. That's my prediction. If Alireza can keep the bishops here, he'll win the game. Bornik's struggling in the event. He's not having a good event. Yeah, I mean, okay, he goes for this, yeah. Yeah, just bishop g5 and queen e6, yeah. You've got to move your bishop back here. Because even rook f6 is a threat now. Rook f6, queen d7. Yeah, you've got to move the bishop back. What? He's trying to go rook d8, so bishop c6. And if here you have rook d, I mean, this is, if Magnus were lower on time. Wait, no, if you sack the queen, there's checkmate on g7 here. If Magnus had 20 seconds, Artemiev would win this like 90%, but with Magnus having 2 minutes to calculate the lines, there's still hope for Magnus here. I mean, it's still, I still think Artemiev actually has great chances to win in this end game. Not bishop c6, sorry. In this end game, because I think this is probably zero risk. Or wait, not, sorry, wrong order. You go check first. Takes. Oh, is this just winning? Oh no, you can't check. There's king g7. Like, this is probably cleanly winning, but we'll see. Okay, so we get rook d8. Bishop c6 will be played, and then we reach the moment of truth. Artemiev probably will play rook f8, queen e6, I assume, because actually after bishop here, it's pretty easy to see that this is not good because there's pressure. So it's pretty easy to see that. So I think after this, we'll probably get this exact line that I mentioned with queen e6. Alireza is losing. Oh, did Cena move ahead, sack the rook? Oh my. Oh. By the way, what can I say? Cena move ahead. I mean, the guy, this kid, he's just I mean, why is he allowed to play chess? He can see ahead. It's not allowed. You're not allowed to see the future. Brutal. Just, I mean, actually just like brutal. I mean, I'm gonna have to recap this game, by the way. Magnus wondered. King g1. Queen. Rook takes f8. Just GG. Rook f8. GG. Good. What did Magnus do? He went for this. I mean, queen h5 might work, but you just take. Yeah, just take. I mean, check king f1. Wow. Artemiev, baby. Artemiev with the big dub. Yeah. Huge loss for Magnus. Huge loss. This really hurts his chances. He can still come back, but let's go back to the big game. Cena move ahead, proving why he is the #1 player from Iran, beating Alireza, who ran away. So, amazing. I mean, what can I say? But this kid is good. He's been good online for a long time, and nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew who he was, but man, he's it's good. He's good. I mean, I'm joking, of course. Relax, I'm joking. But man, kids these days, eh? Kids these days. Oh, I ran away. Why did I ran away? I didn't even think about that, actually. Good one. I didn't actually think about that one. That's I did not think about that when I said it. But anyway, good one. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. Man. Kids though. Kids, seriously, like kids, like he sees the board better than others. I mean, if you can see a move ahead, of course you see the board better than everyone else. What kind of question is that? I mean, what kind of question is that? Let's be real. But yeah, I mean, great player. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, I did not think he would find this, but he found it and just like steamrolls Alireza. Just steamrolls him. Wow. That's actually his real name. His real name is Cena Move Ahead. That's his real name. Like, it's not a joke, actually. But what a brutal crushing. I mean, that's just an actual, like, just a proper ass whooping. Pardon my French, or my English, I should say, but that was like a proper whipping. Like, just a proper whipping from him. I mean, apparently knight d4 is a mistake, but... Or, mistake too strong, but... Yeah, bishop g4 was not a move that I thought was good, but he played it. I mean, it's... Yeah, Fianchetto's the bishop. Yeah, I mean, just like, wow. Petition to not allow kids under 18 to play. I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that statement. I mean, yeah. I mean, just tremendous play. What more needs to be said? Just tremendous play. Okay, Gukesh's game. This looks rookie 5, or this looks, wait, 1 2 3 4 should be a draw, but if anybody's better, it's probably black with the extra pawn. Bishop f5 too. Hikaru, did you lose elo? No, I gained elo. I had a good event in India. I was actually the only player besides Ali Reza on board 1 to have a good event, so I gained like 10 points, I think. But yeah, wow. Okay, Fabiano is going to win against Paravian. That's nice to see. What else do we have? Oh, Sindarov messed this up. It's still... He has a chance to save it, but it's going to be unpleasant. I think Sindarov will save it with a4, maybe. Let's watch Gutam. Okay, how's Gautam doing? Where's Gautam? Gautam chess. Wrong game. Okay, Gautam. Oh my, Gautam beat Amin. I mean, kids. Kids these days, jeez. Yeah, Gautam Chess is having a great event. Gautam will become a GM. Gotham will not. Just for anybody who's wondering. Yes, Gautam Chess will become a GM, but Gotham Chess will not. Amazing chess. I mean, really phenomenal chess. Phenomenal chess. So what do we have? Okay, Arjun up Juicer, but this should be a draw. He'll try forever, but it should be a draw. Wait, Anish is losing now. What? What? Wow, Anish trying too hard to win instead of making his patented draw, and he goes c4 and takes the big L. Yeah, I mean, insane. Also, yeah, I saw Anish wrote something else, which I didn't understand. He wrote something else this morning, which I, again, did not understand at all. But yeah, why draw if you can lose? I mean, Anish's chance to go out the window now, too. Because this one, yeah, this will be a draw. Probably check takes is what I would do. I would go check takes. This takes, yeah, this will be a draw. Yeah, this is just gonna be a draw. All right, so this will be a draw. What else do we have? What else do we have? Dominguez is better, I think. No, maybe not. The pawns, a lot of weak pawns. Computer says what? Zeros? Yeah, so not very exciting. Not very exciting at all. Not very exciting. Okay, that game's a draw. So Gukesh is the last game left. Probably king e5, king d4. Who's in the lead now? Artemiev is dominating. He's 1 point clear of the field, I believe. Assuming this is a draw, he's 1 point clear of the field. I think you should take this pawn here. Yeah, this will be a draw. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a draw. Okay, yeah. So let's take a look at the results. Okay, if we look at the results, okay, so Artemiev is ahead by 1 point. He is 1 point clear of the following players: Lekwang, Shimanov, Hans Niemann, Ray Robson, Alexis Serrana, David Anton, Gukesh, Nihal, Maxime, and Seen a move ahead. So yeah. So 1 point clear lead for Artemiev after 7 rounds. He's lighting it up so far. Very, very, very good stuff. So yeah, it's looking like it's Artemiev's tournament to lose right now as we hit the first break. So let's see Sindarov's game. Sindarov about to lose too. Man, everybody and their brother is losing. There's just rook b2 to collect the juicers. You can't guard both of these pawns with the bishop. Also, it's funny, Magnus declined the draw and got punished for it. Magnus would have taken the draw if Artemiev wasn't so low on time. That's actually what's amazing about the Magnus game. If Magnus wasn't so low on time, if Artemiev wasn't so low on time, Magnus would have lost, would not have done that. It would have been a draw. But Magnus thought it was poker and not chess, and so he gambled and he lost badly. Okay, this looks like a draw. Lazovic gonna make another draw. What else do we have? Okay, a lot of games still going. Prague against Minlay. Okay, Prague should win. It's a queen and pawn endgame. Maybe queen f5 here. Actually, I like queen f5 because check, there's a check. Maybe queen g8 also. Maybe queen g4. Queen d1, I assume. Play some Blitz. I played some Blitz earlier and I promptly lost a ton of rating points. So I don't really feel like playing Blitz today. Should be winning. So all the games are pretty much over, it looks like. So let's see what we get. Yeah, it was a slow start to the round and everything became really exciting. Yeah, king g4 with king g5. Yeah, it's gonna be a big break, so I'll probably go use the restroom, get some more tea, more water, get ready for the next round. There are only 4 rounds today, right? So there are only 2 more rounds, I think. Yeah, just g4, g5, queen f6, gg. g4. Gonna go g4, g5, king g7, push the p. Very simple. Okay, now probably just king g7 is clean. Queen f6 also good, but probably king g7 is also very easy here, just to keep massaging the position. Yep. Yeah, easy win here. Easy win. That's g5, g6, of course. Do you want to play Norway Chess 2026? I will not be playing Norway Chess in 2026. No, I won't be playing. Just keep pushing the P, like G6, King G8. Not E6. There might be is a stalemate? The stalemate, right? Yeah, this is stalemate here, not E6. Very important to push G6 here. Yeah. That's actually really cool that E6 you sack the queen and it's just GG. Draw on the spot. But he goes G6 correctly. Let's refresh it. Yeah, now White just wins. E6, E7, King G8, shield the king. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I will play EWC, yes. Of course I'll be playing EWC. Yeah, I will be. Now Hans is ahead of Magnus in the standings. Queen d7 is e7, queen d7. All roads lead to Rome. Just e7 is the easiest. Both moves win here for White. I'll take a break in a second. Yeah. The Intergalactic Championship is in 2027. It's not in 2026. Yeah, so White won. Probably White won. There's some error with the board, but Prague gets the win. Okay, Mamedov wins. What do we have? Gautham and Magnus are on the same number of points. Amazing. Okay, so bunch of wins, bunch of draws. Let's take a look at the other games. What do we have? Okay, the other games are still going. Percentage that Fabi wins? I don't know. Will I make a YouTube title? Gautham Chess versus Magnus? Of course I could, yes. Okay, now I think King C3 is just easily. King C3, King B1. Polymarket still favors Magnus. Magnus is still probably the odds-on favor because of how many games there are. But if Magnus doesn't win the next game, I think his odds should tank. Like, if Magnus draws another game, like in the next round, third round of the day, I think the odds should go down substantially. I mean, he could still get red hot and win 4 in a row and win the event. So I think the odds are still reasonable. But I think that I think that in general, if he gives up another draw like today, if he doesn't go 2 out of 2 in the last 2 games, I think the chance that he wins this event are very low, just because there are too many strong players left. There are too many strong players. He's not gonna be able to just dominate everybody. Okay, now here it's important that you play like rookie 2 here. Hans could win, unlikely, but he could. Okay, last game of the second round, so third round should be starting relatively soon. When did Vladislav become beast? Artemiev has always been a very, very strong player. He just doesn't have the opportunities to compete that much. Yeah, A2, King A3. Here comes the checkmate on the queen side. GG's. Like Rook C4 here. A2 might be winning, but you don't want to play. I think A2 probably just winning because you have Rook C4, but it's a nervy move to play here. But it does win, actually, because A2, Rook G4, you don't go here, which would allow stalemate. But you go Rook C4 and then King A3. Yeah. Nice trick. King B1, there's King B3. Yeah, there's King B3. Not takes, because this would be a draw here. Because now the king gets over. You just go King B3 next move. My health is okay. I have some phlegm in my throat. Yeah, so that's over. Let's take a look. Are there any live games? I doubt it. Not many. Still a few left. But all right, I'm going to take my first break of the stream, and I'll leave the results up, and we'll be back in a second, and we'll keep going. So give me a bit, and I'll be right back, you guys. What happened? Let's play a little Blitz. Magnus versus Hans, maybe. Hikaru mods, we cover Magnus shoving the NRK camera after the loss. I did not see that. No, did he? Oh, did Magnus really shove the camera out of his face or something? I didn't change my shirt. No, I'm wearing the same shirt. He did? That's funny, actually. You know, I didn't say this at the time, but you know, one thing that I thought was very peculiar, one thing that was very peculiar to me is when I saw Magnus playing in St. Louis in the clutch chess event, which he won. Magnus is definitely unnerved in a way that I've never seen before. Like he was basically talking to himself all the time when he got bad positions, and I was thinking to myself then that obviously Magnus is still the best in the world, but as he stops dominating more and more, I think it's going to be less and less pretty. I will say that. Because like in St. Louis, it was very odd seeing him like talk to himself and all these animations. It was very, very weird to me to see. And I do have a feeling it's not going to be very pretty as Magnus continues, as the gap becomes less and less between him and the field. I mean, he is the best player in the world, obviously, so it's understandable how passionate he is about the game. But I do think it's going to become a little bit ugly. Okay, somebody's got to want to play some Blitz we wait. Unlike your path of emotional maturity, Magnus seems to be regressing. I mean, let's be fair. First of all, for me, I'm just going to say this. I've said it a million times. Like, I've been very lucky. I found a path in life that has left me like very content and very happy with where I'm at. But let's be real. If I were only a chess player, I would feel the exact same way. I'd feel the exact same way. Let's not pretend. I'd be the exact same way. Because it's like it sucks when you start blundering and everything else. Like it really does suck. And in Magnus's case, it's the best ever. Anytime he doesn't win, it's like this huge failure. Like it doesn't matter. Like Fabi or myself, we don't win. It's like, okay, it sucks sometimes, but like that's life. But Magnus is expected to always win. So I can only imagine how rough it has to be for him. Okay, nobody wants to play Blitz. Lovely. But yeah, I assume you can't watch a clip outside Norway. So someone will have to post the clip somewhere. I mean, I guess what I would say when people ask me about this generally topics, I see someone mentions me there. What I would say is that basically you have to reach a point in life where you're accepting of how things are and the way things are. Like once you reach that stage, like there's a fine line, because like I accept it, but I still want to be competitive and play well. But there's a fine line between the two. And for me, I'm very content. So like when I play chess, yes, I get into the game, I'm competitive, I want to do well, obviously, but the result doesn't have the same impact on me the way that it once did. So like even if I lose a game, I'll be annoyed, obviously, because I don't like losing, but it's just a thing where it's like, okay, you know, that's that, who cares? It's not going to change my life at all. I have a kid, I have more than enough money to live the rest of my life. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's what it is. Fide's latest tweet. Okay, let's stop the music. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. What's this? Okay, here we go. 1 second. Let's watch this. Okay. This is good. No muted. Let's put the sound at max. Let's watch this. As Magnus Carlsen lost to Vladislav Artemiev in round 7 of the FIDE World Championship in Doha. Let's watch it. Okay. Oh man. It looks like freestyle. I didn't see anything in freestyle. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I'll do it on my proper scene because I think we're gonna clip it. So I'll watch it one more time, you guys. 1 second. Let's watch it one more time. Where is it? One more time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it like, how bad is this really? How bad is it, you guys? Give me an idea on a scale of like 1 to 10. How bad is this? How bad is this? How bad is this? I'll crop it a little bit more. How bad is this, you guys? This is gonna be a 4. Okay, let's watch it one more time. Let's go. Oh yeah, my mod's already clipped it. So yeah, let's go back. Okay. Yeah, let's go back. My mod's already clipped it, so no need to fake rewatch it again. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. It's not great. Let's put it that way. I'll say that. It's not a great look. Magnus shoved a cameraman all over NRK News. I mean, he shouldn't have done it. But I already reacted to the video. I said before what I'll say. Like, I mean, it's what I said before. I've said this literally nonstop for the last like 5+ years. Anybody who thinks that top chess players are not complete psychos and insane, you're very naive is what I'm going to say. Some players are better at keeping it inside until they're away from like the playing hall or stuff like that, but pretending that anybody who's an elite chess player is not completely insane and doesn't lose their mind when they lose games is sadly just naive and mistaken. Because I've seen many people act like they're like, oh, Fabi doesn't get upset or Levon doesn't get upset. I've seen it a million times. They're just better at keeping it inside until they're away from the playing hall. But I always laugh when people are like, you know, people pretend that like not all chess players are the same and like some people don't show it. All chess players get really angry. All chess players get really angry. It's just a matter of some people are better at keeping it inside until they get back to their hotel room. even Vishy Anand, I think in Anand's book that he recently wrote, Anand literally said that he like, didn't he say like he was up all night and he like, didn't he say something, he didn't break anything, but wasn't there something like a chair or something? I forget what it was, but there was something in Vishy's book where he said something about being really angry after and staying up all night and like just being really upset after a loss. Fabi said that Magnus cursed a lot when he's losing. He started doing that in St. Louis during the St. Louis event. And no, what I was gonna say, you don't take it out of the camera. No, I'm not condoning Magnus's behavior. I'm simply saying that it amuses me how the perception about chess is that people don't realize how insane you have to become an elite player and how emotional and how difficult it is. And so anytime something like this happens, people are all shocked and like, oh my god, what just happened? But I mean, obviously he should not have done that. That's really bad. That's really bad, and he's probably gonna get a lot of hate for it too. I mean, he's probably gonna get a lot of hate from Norway for that, because that's like, Norway's a very chill place. The only thing I find funny about the whole thing, actually, with Magnus shoving the camera out of his face the way he did, was I mean, Magnus has accomplished everything in the world. I mean, he's been the 5 times world champion. He's won the world the world Blitz, the world rapid so many times. Like, you know, he's accomplished everything you really can accomplish in chess. And I find it funny that he's like, he's getting angry over it. I mean, he's accomplished everything you could ask for, and I just find it funny that he's like so upset about it. So let's see what we get in this game. I think the players are sitting down. Yeah, maybe that's why he's top 1. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe. I just mean, like, at my stage in life, I'll be unhappy about a game, but it's like, you lose a game, like, you gotta chill. Like, Magnus also is a kid too. Like, you got a kid, life is good, got enough money, you got everything. Like, I mean, it's all just gravy on top of the mashed potatoes. Maybe it's better for performance if you get hurt by losses. Absolutely, when you're young, it is very important that you become really upset about losses. But just in general, I mean, I just feel like when you accomplish everything and, you know, life is good, like, it's just like who cares? It's all gravy on top of the pudding. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the cameraman was not all up in Magnus's face, and I'm also gonna say, like, about this specifically with Magnus and getting upset like that. I mean, the only reason this tournament can have the big prize fund and be held over this period of time the way it is because of the amount of money that Norwegian public TV pays to have this broadcast. Like, that's like the only reason this is as big, the tournament is as big as it is. And so, like, when you have Norwegian public TV paying so much money and you have like a huge percentage of the country watching it for whatever reason, because they're insane about chess, like, I don't know why, but they are, then like it's something where like you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. The amount of people defending when they burn you for quite literally nothing is staggering. Oh, I mean, well, trust me, I've dealt with that for so long. Yes, I mean, anything Magnus does is fine. Anything anybody else does is not fine. I mean, basically, chess is a very strange place where if you're the number 1 player, anything slides. Literally anything slides. If you're not number 1, like, you could be number 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter what you are. Nothing is acceptable. And I've always thought it's funny because that's like, if you think about basketball, to use an example, you think about a team like the New York Knickerbockers. Everybody knows they weren't, this year they might have a chance, but they were not going to win the championship the last couple of years, and they're still talking trash. They act like they're so great and this, that, or the other thing, and you never see nonsense like people like, oh, you should just shut up because you're not going to win the NBA championship. But in chess, that's exactly how the world works. It's basically, if you're not number 1, anything you do is bad. Anything is bad. Here we go. A lot of moves. So, are there super DMs who are so psycho they enjoy the clutch and the drama of the candidates, like seeing others being stressed? I mean, I love it. Yeah. I'm sorry, but like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you know, Magnus is one of the biggest proponents of chess becoming more mainstream and more popular, and if someone's saying something, a reporter from Norway, where like they literally are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to cover the event just because you're playing, is there, and you're gonna get upset about that, like, I mean, I can't really buy that. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't buy that. I can't buy that. I mean, they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. You have hundreds of thousands of Norwegians who are watching this tournament over their Christmas holiday, and you're gonna be like, oh, the reporter shouldn't have done this. Like, you want chess to be more mainstream, you better get used to having a camera in your face all the time. Otherwise, don't act like you want chess to be mainstream if you can't handle cameras in your face. Like, I'm just keeping it real here. I'm keeping it completely real here. To be fair, I'm sure you received a lot of privilege. Privilege? What do you mean? I don't even mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that exactly. Magnus is not doing it for the views. He's legitimately hyper competitive, and he's very angry he lost a game. That was not like something he did on purpose. He was very angry about losing. Come on, put yourself in Magnus' shoes after that loss. I can't because A, I'm not Magnus, obviously, and B, I mean, chess is fun for me now. Chess is all fun. Chess is fun. Chess is the gravy on top of the mashed potatoes. It's not, you know, it's not something where, like, if I don't win a tournament, it's the end of the world. But for Magnus, it is the end of the world if he doesn't win a tournament. I'm just being honest. It is the end of the world. I mean, that's the reason he's so great, because he's hyper competitive in a way that almost nobody else is. So, like, I don't really buy that. Like, I'll be upset about losing a game, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see what Magnus does here. But I mean, it is what it is. Check the FIDE tweet. Is FIDE gonna find him or something? I don't know. Let's see. Board one is reserved for Magnus specifically. I mean, is there a new FIDE tweet about the Magnus thing? There's no new tweet, right? It's just an old tweet, yeah. But yeah. I'll need you to channel your inner Magnus for the candidates. I mean, I'm excited to play, but candidates is also a tournament that's very random. It's very random. Magnus has a position that I think is pretty good here, actually. I think Magnus is a good position. This kind of position you want after the previous game. But I do think if that was somebody else, like, I will say, I think if that was someone else, probably you're getting some kind of fine for that. Probably. Like, if I were to play Magnus and lose a game, I would bet that if I were to play a game, lose Magnus in like the Norwegian TV, and I did something in my face and I did something like that, I'm pretty confident there would be a fine. Okay, let's move around. Let's see what happens. We've got someone says Cena move ahead made a big blunder. Okay, Maximus has white against Artemiev. Cena, where's Cena? I don't see him. Oh, there he is against Serrana. A big blunder. Oh no, not a big blunder. Who made big blunders? This all looks pretty normal. Okay. Knight b4 tricky, but there is f3. This, yeah. You get crucified. Yeah, I mean, of course I get crucified for it. It's what I said before. Chess is the only like activity, or whatever you want to call it, where anyone but the number one player does anything, they're gonna get absolutely just murdered and like excoriated. But for when the number one does it, it's fine. But anybody else does it, it's not okay. Even if they're number 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, it's not okay. But whatever. Whatever, that's life. Let's move back. Let's take a look at the other games. This looks normal. Gukesh game looks pretty normal. Yeah, a lot of normal-ish sort of games. We'll leave it here because it's probably also a game. Probably one of the more creative games. We're gonna have the C4 D4. This, I believe, I've seen quite a bit. This has been played quite a bit by Sargisian's Armenian teammate Levan Aronian. Aronian's played this a lot from both sides. I mean, I don't think ban or anything like that. I think that's way too extreme. But I think that were anyone else, there would be a fine. There would be a fine for that. It's also because it's the only sport where the number one player brings in by far the most money viewership to the tournaments. I would actually disagree with that in a way. I would say that the metric is what Magnus brings that no one else brings is not viewership. It's pure rich individuals or like, you know, Russian companies will sponsor events because Magnus competes. So from the sponsor end, you're right, but from viewership end, that's not actually true. Because like if Levy or I were doing some stuff, we probably would get a huge amount of viewership. So it's kind of, it's a little bit, the lines are blurred, but you know, nonetheless, I do think that if you get to like top 5, top 10 in the world, like people just getting angry and saying like you can't do this, you can't do that is just like absurd. So anyway, we got E4, we got knight D2 here, of course. We'll get knight D5, knight E4, probably takes. Magnus will have two Bs and a very risk-free endgame. Oh, let's see. No, I'm not saying Magnus didn't draw or anything. I'm not trying to say he's not. I mean, he's of course very, very important. What I'm saying is it's not like all apples to apples. I expect knight takes D5. Any other move would come as a big shock to me. Bortnick is participating in this tournament. I don't know how well he's doing, but he is participating. Yes, yeah. No, I mean, I would just say that generally, like, I mean, in chess, probably the thing that frustrates me the most about chess more than anything else is the amount of like the amount of like this sugarcoating or pretending things aren't the way they are in reality. That's probably what bugs me the most. And it's like all this gentleman stuff, all that nonsense, a gentleman's game, blah blah blah, or people don't get angry. Like, you know, chess is like anything else. People get angry, people get frustrated, and I think trying to pretend that that's not the case, it's really bad overall for the game. Trying to pretend that that's not reality. It's like trying to pretend that everybody's like super calm and chill, and it's not like an actual very, very competitive thing. Magnus has a great position out of the opening here, though. I think he's going to win this game. Let's take a look at Hans, man, versus Le Quang. Is this an open Spanish? Looks pretty normal. Yeah, I think this has been played a lot, right? Yeah, and clutch chess, actually, Fabian and I had a conversation about this. Fabiano and I, we were talking about it too. It's like Magnus started like talking to himself and muttering and doing all these weird things that like I don't recall him ever doing in his entire career, which was very, very weird to see. Okay, Hans has a good position here. Imagine a Hans game versus Magnus when Magnus is on tilt. That has potential to be a very, very ugly situation. Wow. It's gonna be a sharp game. Huh. Anyway, let's see what we get. Artemyev's game, yeah, let's go back to Artemyev. We got bishop g5. Let's see what Maxim does here. Camera gate drama, yes. 1 year me sub to your Kicksoon Minix. Thank you, that's awesome. It's great to hear. Why is Magnus on board 1? He's on board 1 because he's always stationary board. He's stationary board because Norwegian TV wants to always have the cameras on him, and they don't want it to shift the cameras and everything else. So they switched to chess.com stream from you to chess24, and I wonder if it's related to your criticisms. They switched to chess.com stream from you to chess24. I don't know what you mean by that. But anyway, okay, Vladislav, I think this is about equal probably, but take a look at the other games. David Anton's game. Okay, this looks exciting. David Anton playing Gukesh. Gukesh also on 5.5. A little bit unheralded in a sense because of all the drama and everything else, but Gukesh having a good result in this event. He's having a good result. He's having a good result. So we'll see. Let's take a look at the other games. At Hans' game, we got h6. Serrana's game. Oh, wait, what? Oh no, seen a move ahead. Did not see a move ahead. What is he doing? Apparently, rook e3. Wow. I mean, this is a little bit dank. I'm not gonna lie. This is a little bit dank. I'm not so convinced. I'm not so convinced that this is gonna happen with rook e3. Let's see what we get. Okay. Bro, why do you not do this against Ali Reza? You know, it's funny. My wife was my wife was taking care of the baby, and in between the games I asked my wife, and you know what my wife said? My wife said that Ali Reza, he's got a bad he's in like a bad attitude whenever he plays other people from Iran. Of course, seen a move ahead, saw a move ahead because he knew his opponent was going to play queen takes d3 and blunder the advantage. Now after queen g5, seen a move ahead is going to win a game. Again, like I said, I mean, it's pretty much cheating. He can, you know, if he can see a move ahead, like you can play almost anything because you know what your opponent's going to respond with. Just like really bad, really bad, completely unacceptable. Really unacceptable. I mean, it's one of the best names you'll ever see in chess. I mean, it is like, it's one of those names that like you feel like you're in some simulation or something. I mean, I really feel like that really feels like something where someone in the universe is like, it's like one of those jokes where it's like, let's see how stupid we can make it be. So literally we're going to have someone in the world whose name is seen a move ahead become like really great at chess. So anyway, every time I get here, there's a joke. There's a joke because he's playing great chess. He's playing phenomenal chess. I mean, if he wasn't playing phenomenal chess, we wouldn't be talking about him. But he's playing phenomenal chess. He's playing the best players in the world and showing great class. I mean, he's not 2400. I'll tell you that. So let's see what we get here. He's also only 15 years old. Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. Let's go back to Magnus's game. Okay, Magnus is probably better here. Maybe c4. C4 apparently not best. Interesting. What about Gautam Krishna? Yeah, Gautam chess is a good player. Also a great player. Yeah. Hans is better against Lequang. It's really better or not? Oh, this actually, yeah, you got big problems here for black. Big problems with the g6 square. but maybe not the end of the world. 97 and queen d6 here. White's better, but it's not so obvious. I'm not so sure if white's much better. Galtham chess is getting crushed by Shaq. Okay, let's find Shakriar. Okay. Oh, Galtham chess continues to play b6. Okay, so Galtham chess, after doing all these courses on the Karo Khan, has decided to play b6 every game here. Okay, we got this. Looks h4. Oh, is this some kind of weird prep from Shakriar? Yeah, this looks like some big prep from Shaquille. Takes. Yeah, there's some kind of really dank prep from Shaquille O'Neal here. He's going to play queen h8 and rook e1, and this knight is just completely stuck by the pawn. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like a very classic Shaquille game. Yeah. Very classic. Rough game for Galtham, but hey, it is what it is. No, Durbeck looks pretty fairly balanced. Fabiano's game looks interesting. I can't can't judge what's going on here. Shaq changed a lot. I know Shaq went from like 8 feet tall to being like 5'7". Alirez is doing okay. Yeah, but Alirez is probably on tilt. Let's go back. Sendarov. Okay, looks normal. Arjun, somewhere in the pack. Nihal all the way up to board 4. I didn't know his Nihal's all the way up to board 4. So, let's see. I mean, Alireza had a bad game and he's just suffering. He's suffering. Hans is up in exchange. Wait, what did Laquang do? Ah, he sacked it. He sacked the tower. Okay. Could be sharp, like King G2. Yeah, I mean, it's not trivial. Queen D3 looks like the human move, but still dangerous. Some serious danger here, I think. Yeah, this is good for white, but it's going to require precision. Do I think Nihal OTB is finally closer to online? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, probably queen d6 with the idea of knight g6. That's what I expect. But again, this queen e2 idea with queen e6 is really problematic here. It's really problematic. Like if black could get this position, knight g6, now suddenly black is very much in the game. The knight is jumping every which way, and this king is very weak. But I'm not sure that Kwong is quite in time here. Rook f3 is also a move, but I think rook e3 is just fine for white. Hikaru, enjoy your quality time with your family. My youngest just turned 25 and it's hard to believe how quickly life speeds up. Many blessings. Oh, I'm well aware, you guys. That's another reason I would say. Yeah. So that's another thing that I would say is that for anybody who's asking about time or tournaments, like this tournament, yes, there's good prize money if you win, but honestly, I'd rather spend I mean, time is the only thing that matters, and I'm obviously financially very well off at this point. So it's, you know, I don't need the money. A title would be nice, but you know, I tied for first in 2019 with Magnus in the Blitz, and I lost tiebreaker. Actually, 2019, I think I got second in the Rapid, and I tied for first and lost a tiebreaker in the Blitz. So like, I've been there, done that. 2021, of course, was the was the tragedy with the not pandemic where I got like basically illegally detained in Poland for 2 weeks because I had COVID and I couldn't finish the tournament. So like that was a big miss. But like, so it'd be nice to play, but there are other things that are more important at the end of the day. Yeah, time is the only thing that matters. Yeah. Oh, Alireza got second. I thought I drew Magnus and got second. I drew Magnus in the final game. I guess Alireza got second. I didn't realize that. I mean, I tied for first against Magnus in 2019, and then he won the tiebreak against me. I got second at least one or two. I got second, I think, in 2022 in the Blitz also, if I remember correctly, or third. I think I got second or third. I don't remember. But yeah, like I've been there, done that. So like, there are other things. Magnus is winning. Why? Oh wait, sorry, you can't take the queen. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good for Magnus for sure. So. Okay, Maxim's position. I mean, this looks very drawish. So this is probably going to be a draw. David Anton, this is a sharp game. Who knows what's going to happen? There could be some really juicy matchups. Like one juicy matchup could be Magnus versus Gukesh or Magnus versus Hans. Both those matches could definitely happen in the next round. Okay, seeing him move ahead, obviously he's better because he can see him move ahead. Nihal's game, very equal. Fabiano's game, it's equal, but if Fabi can somehow get the king and use the two Bs, could be better. Maybe could be better with white. Yeah, and Hans Molman, what did he play? He hasn't moved yet. Why is Queen E2 not good? Oh, there's H5. Yeah, Queen E4 is a very hard move to play. Very, very hard move to play for a human. Queen E2 looks human, but actually after H5 it starts to get scary, I guess. Because now the knight's getting in, and now it's like, ugh. So we'll see what happens. Maxime is playing. Maxime's going to draw Anton. This game will be sharp. Nihal's game looks like a draw. This game looks drawish. White's maybe marginally better, but probably a draw. Yeah, bishop f5, queen f6. Takes, rook b7. Not rook g, sorry. I guess just... Maybe white's okay. Maybe white's okay. You're going to get a double stack on 7. It's not terrible. 1 minute for Artemiev. Yeah, but the thing is, Artemiev's position is so solid here. White can't do anything. I mean, Artemiev's position is like rock solid. There's nothing Maxime can do. Can't really open the center of the board. The pawn's grip. There's a grip here. I mean, it's going to be a draw. How many times will I make the joke? 100 times. Yeah, 100 times. He'll try to go f4, but I'm not buying it. Like even g5, which is a move that I'm not a big fan of, just clogs it up even more. Like there's just so much clogginess here that, I mean, white does not have any pawn breaks. I mean, this will be a draw. Okay, no move from Hans Molman. Fabiano plays bishop c1. What was the equalizing move here? Looks fine. Looks drawish. Apparently a blunder. I don't know why. Arjun is winning. Dubov, someone we haven't spoken about at all. He's maybe okay here. Looks very drawish. Okay, Wesley, another guy we haven't spoken about at all lately. Looks like another draw for Wesley. Like A6, 19. I mean, it's going to be a draw. Like this. Also looks fine. Yeah, should be a draw. With Daniel gone, no one's playing creative anymore. Prep and solid chess, boring. I mean, that's one way of putting it, but I don't really agree with that. Lazovic versus Prague. Okay, this also looks pretty balanced. Normal. Let's leave it on Magnus game for a second. We got exactly what I expected. Yeah, apparently knight b6 was better. I mean, it's understandably didn't go here because of c5 or something, but still. Apparently d5 very good move here, but let's see if we get it. Next, probably representing Falcons, probably the Esports World Cup. Maybe Speed Chess Championship technically, but it'll be the Esports World Cup. Did Magnus move? He did. He played d5. Okay, let's refresh the board. Yeah. Magnus gonna lose in time pressure according to Chess Stalker. I agree with that statement. I agree. Logical. I mean, if Magnus doesn't get low on time, I think he's going to win this game. But if he does get low, he'll probably lose. So I'm going to take a short break, go get more water, and I'll be right back. All right, what happened? Hans game? Hans Molman played what? Oh, we got f4, which is a mistake. Still looks good for white. And you have rook. Oh, rook g3 at the end. Wow, nice. Oh, and then you have queen e8 here. No, wait. Okay, still. Yeah, but Hans will find this rook g3 for sure. For sure, he'll find this. Yeah, Hans will find rook g3 is very easiest spot. Once you see you can't take, and you have rook g3, very, very easy. Very nice symmetry here. So let's go back. Let's take a look at Magnus. Good catch game goes in back and forth. Yeah. Magnus has to be careful though, because Chess Stalker told me that if he gets low on time, he loses 30% of his game. So if Magnus gets low on time here, like, we'll see. Like queen b5 here. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Chess Stalker told me that Magnus can't play with no time on his clock, so we'll see if Chess Stalker's worth. Chess Stalker knows what's up. Yes, you guys, there was a site we covered earlier on our stream called Chess Stalker. Some people know what I'm talking about, some people don't. Complicate the position, play on the clock. That's exactly what Chess Stalker told me to do against Magnus. Hans has been winning for the last like 5 moves, so it's not shocking. Anton's game is all over the place. Maximus made the draw. Fabiano has found a way to keep the 2 Bs alive. I think he's going to win this game. Oh, I'm wrong. Apparently B6 and black's better. What? Yeah. Okay, let's go back. Ralph's game. Okay, looks drawish. Arjun's winning. Yeah, so it looks like Magnus will get back on track. I think Magnus will win this game. It's very hard for black to play. I think he'll win this game. Let's see. Okay, seeing a move ahead is this I guess this is probably just a draw, right? Yeah, it's probably just a draw. I think it's going to be a draw, actually. Probably just wait back and forth. I don't think either side wants to push anything here. Yeah, this is probably a draw. I'm going to predict this is a draw. I think it'll go back. We'll just get some kind of repetition here. I don't plan to cover the Blitz, mostly because the Blitz, I would say, is too fast-paced to really cover a lot of games. So I'm only going to cover the Rapid today and tomorrow. I don't intend to cover the last the Blitz. Isn't this just terrible? Yeah, now I just pinned his knight on b5 for no reason. Now white gets knight f5, and the whole house is about to collapse too. Okay, Noterbeck about to win and put himself back in the hunt. No, I'm not going to cover the Blitz. This is probably the big game, the Anton game versus Gukesh. Noterbeck will be on 6-7. Yeah. No, he'll be 6-7. Hikaru Fide will pay you a fee so you cover the Blitz as well. Good one. Good one. Yeah. I mean, Magnus has been better for the whole game. What about Gucci Reza? Gucci boy. Gucci. Where's Gucci? Gucci is apparently winning now. It doesn't look like he was winning for much of this game, but he appears to be winning now. All right, he's been better for a bit. Maybe better for longer than a bit. Just yeah, okay, he's gonna win. Magnus at some point can also go bishop c2 here and look at the 2 Bs. I'm not playing Bullet Brawl. No, I'm just covering this event. That's it. That's it. Okay. 94 though. Actually, 94 still. Oh no, 94 you take. Tomorrow I will be covering. Yes. Okay, Anton's game is probably the sharp game that I'll leave it here because it's probably the game that's most important here. Wait, Galtham chess came back. Shaq didn't win. Wait, did Shaq not just win? Wait, what happened? I thought Shaquille was gonna win. How did Galtham chess find his way back into the game? What the heck? Okay. And wow. But it looks like Galtham chess is still gonna lose. Apparently it's supposed to go for tickles or something, but okay. Still tricky to win here for Galtham. I think Shaq is gonna win the game, but okay. Oh, but you can keep checking. This is still tricky. Bobby might lose. Wait, how's Fabi down a pawn here? Wow. Let's go back to Galtham chess though. We got to follow Galtham chess. Where's this game? Okay, Queen D5. I mean, can't you just go Queen E4 here to make the? Wait, apparently this is. No, this is just winning. The computer's smoking something. Maggie lost his advantage. I don't believe that for a second. Wait, what? Wait, Magnus messed this up completely. He's still better, but what is this? Queen E2? He'll still probably win this, but it's not going to be trivial. He'll still probably win, but like Rook E4 is a very tough move to play here. Very tough. Not impossible, I guess. Yeah, Rook E4 is not impossible, but let's see. Chess Stalker knows all. Yeah, Chess Stalker knows all. See, you complicate the position, you have chances. Yeah, Rook E4 is the only move, but he's not going to find it. Yeah. Oh, Rook E5 still okay? Wow. Seeing a move ahead is losing? Wait, what? Oh! Wait, did he really? Oh my god. What is A4? I mean, he thought he could win this endgame, but isn't this losing too? What? Oh, you want to go for this? Ah. Yeah, I think there's going to be a technical issue here. Yeah, and then you just go up the board because the bishop is dead. The bishop is deadened on the edge of the board. Wow, that's a huge fail from seeing a move ahead. Thank you, Coolster. Huge fail. Yeah, okay, Magnus wins. Not surprising since Shant had no time. Noterbeck winning. Yeah, Geese, another player we haven't talked about much. He's winning. Wasn't Queen D8 checkmate in 1? Mate in 1? Okay. It's still checkmate, right? Still checkmate in 3. Gukesh winning now. Okay, let's take a look. Gukesh. Yeah, I'm not surprised Gukesh is winning. I think Anton's I mean, I feel like Anton's vastly overperformed in this event so far, but it looks like finally the dream begins to end. Yeah, Gukesh will win. Or is that a blunder somehow? What? How's it for the Canis winning will be just chess? Let's see. Knight h5, GG. Anish is playing who? Yeah, Serrano won. Go here, just rock the king over, easy peasy. Let me take a look. Actually, let's go back to seeing him move ahead. So he goes a4, but if you take, you lose, right? So his idea, I guess, was he wanted to go for this and this, because now you have a draw with the queen at the back row, right? And there's some kind of draw here. Weird stuff, though. Very, very weird stuff. Okay. Okay, Fabiano should draw this, I guess. Should. Actually, still tricky. So you take the pawn, rook b2, right? And rook e2. Still tricky. As long as Fabi doesn't take the pawn, he still probably should draw. If he takes the pawn, it's going to be bad. Gukesh already won. Yeah. Yeah, now the important thing is to tickle the king with the check. You don't take. You tickle the king. If rook e5 and here takes king e4, you win. Terrible. Terrible from Fabiano. Truly terrible. Yeah. Yeah, now just king e4, walk the king, use the rook, shield everything, and GG. So bad from Fabiano. So bad. Truly just terrible. I mean, maybe it still has hope. Rook a5, still some chances. Because if rook g1's the only winning move here... But I guess this is kind of clear. Yeah. Yeah, it should be winning for well, that's an idiotic move because now rook g1 is super obvious. Like rook g1 and king f3 is very, very obvious now. Like insanely obvious. Rook e2. Oh, but rook e2 also wins now because you have rook. Oh. This is actually why rook a5 was better, because I think if you go rook a5, this would have been a draw, right? The king gets out. Because you check, block, and then you can just escape. The king is loose. King f3, of course. Rook e1, GG. Yeah, rook e1 is game over here. Now there's some trick, right? It's just king g4. No, it's not. Wait. It's rook g1. Okay. Yeah, bishop e3 is not hard to find either. Yeah, rook e2, rook g2 is very easy, very clean. Yeah, he's gonna find it. Rook g2 is not hard here. Yeah, poor Fabiano. He's gonna lose. I think Fabiano's chances are pretty much gone now. I think Fabiano's chances are gone. They were gone before the flight over. Okay, dude, cool story. You just shield with the bishop, and then rook h1 is checkmate. GG. It was just GG here. Game over. Magnus asking for interview. Don't know what you mean by that, but anyway. Okay, Magnus won. Fabiano's gonna lose. So yeah. Parham, another guy we haven't spoken about lately. He's gonna be on 5.5 after he wins this game. Dominguez is going to win. So there's one more round today. So still anything can happen. Problem for Magnus, he's still down by 1 point even after winning today, or winning this game. Oh. Sevian's gonna draw, it looks like. Gautam chess, actually, that's a good point. How did Gautam lost, sadly. Yeah, Gautam lost. Very sad to see. I mean, everyone's rooting for Gautam. I mean, Gautam, you know, he never has chances to really showcase his talent. So, but unfortunately, Gautam loses to Shaquille. So that means he's on 5 out of 8. But still a very, very good performance. Very, very good performance. Sevian was lost the whole game. Okay. There we go. Okay, how many games left? Still a lot of active games. A lot of active games still left. Am I rooting for Hans Niemann? No, I'm rooting for Artemiev, actually. I'm rooting for Artemiev simply because he's my teammate in the Global Chess League. He's just a very, very funny guy, and he had a really rough go of it. So I'm probably, I would say I'm rooting for him. Okay, Edith has a very weird... It's a very weird end game. Edie's is up a juicer, but white blockades with the king. Apparently he's winning, right? Back here. Trying to think how you win this. I think I understand how you win. Both moves draw. Jose is, I assume, playing the Blitz. I'm drinking hot tea. That's what I'm drinking. What is King B2? You're gonna cut the king and win the game. Wait, Rook G. Wait. Is that a relay error? Ay, ay. I don't know what this song is, by the way. What is the song? Yeah. Yeah. um I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't keep together. I'm sorry. Okay. 5 games still going. I'll put this song on rerun one more time. I'm gonna take a break and go use the restroom too. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Sorry. I turned the volume back down. Never play that song again. Yes. Never play that song again. Yeah. Okay, Jules Mustard about to win his game. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Should be a draw. Feel better soon. I feel okay. I don't feel terrible is what I would say. I don't feel horrible. I've just got some phlegm in my throat, so it's not the end of the world. I'm not muted, that's for sure. Still one more game left, so let's take a look at the results. What are the results? Nieman, Gukesh, Serrana, and Shimonov on 6.5. Magus and a whole slew of people on 6, including Noterbeck, actually out of nowhere. Noterbeck, Igis, Connor Dogmas, Nihal, all 3 of them on 6 points out of nowhere. So, all right, I'm play a little bit of Blitz while we wait for the next round, and we'll go from there. We've got Ray Robson versus Magnus Carlson. We've got what else do we have? What else do we have? We have Artemiev versus Serrana, Shimano versus Hand Smoke Nieman. We've got Gukesh versus Noterbeck, Ralph versus Maximus. Yagiz Connor Douglas versus Nihal Sarin on board 7. Yeah, a lot of big games. Game started? No moves. Here we go again. Okay. Take a look at the other games. Artemia Serrano looks pretty normal. Normal. Gukesh, normal. A lot of normal stuff. Why is Magnus board 1 when he has lower points? Because he's automatically on board 1 every time. That's why. He lost to Artemiev. That's who he lost to. Okay, no move yet from Ray. Very, very slow. Very slow. All the game's very slow here. Very slow. Ollie Reza playing Andrew Hong. Ollie Reza is just having a tough event. Gautam Chess is playing as Ivanchuk. Let's see what we got. Okay, knight f3. I mean, Han's using a lot of times so he's unsure which line to play. See what Shimonov does, because this is either going to be great for Shimonov or terrible. But let's see what we get. Hikaru, will Gotham Chess become a GM? Yes, Gotham Chess is already GM strength. Gotham Chess will never become a GM. So let's not confuse the players. Gotham will be, Gotham won't reach it. Interesting move here. I assume Hans will take with the G pawn, but let's see what we get. Why you gotta whip Levy? That's not really shots. That's just honesty. That's just honesty. That's not. I'm not taking shots at Levy. I'm just being honest about the reality of the world. Even Levy at this point would say the same thing. Even Levy would say the same thing. I mean, I literally, last time I spoke to Levy, he literally said he was wondering if he should go embarrass himself at a tournament. So, like, I mean, like, Levy has said it himself. Like, this isn't me, like, making it up. A lot of normal stuff everywhere. Oh, is Levy continuing to make GM videos? So even though he says this stuff, he's still titling everything as GM. That's hilarious. No, he knows he has no chance. Even Levy knows at this point. But he's still putting it like road to GM. That's kind of sad, actually. I doubt he is, but I would hope he's not. But who knows? Why is Ray thinking? Ray is thinking because it's a very standard starting position. Yeah, very standard starting position. Oh, he is? Levy is not GM strength in Blitz either. Levy is GM strength in non-increment tactical chess. So basically, very specifically, in no increment chess, Levy is a lot better than increment chess. Why do I think there's no chance? Because he's too old at this point. Chess. Basically, there are a couple things that are very important. The couple things that are important. His rating is way too far away from 2500. He's also getting older. There are too many kids who are playing, and the game has fundamentally changed from when Levy started playing as well. Like, I mean, I just being honest, like the game that Levy grew up playing is not the same game anymore. The game from like 2019 till now has changed so dramatically, and it's the exact reason all these kids are so good. He's 2950 in Blitz. Blitz means very little. I mean, you see me playing these 2800s who aren't that strong, and basically they're just like pumping my rating up to a level it shouldn't be. So online Blitz rating really is not a good metric to judge anything by at this point. Engines have changed the game, so the way kids learn is much different than it was 5-6 years ago. Okay, let's see. Will we get Bishop G2 here? It's just a very different game. Like, even for my wife, it's very tough to improve where she's at this point. Very, very tough. Now, will Ray play Queen D3 or Castle is the question. There was this guy whose name was Hikaru Nakamura. He actually played Queen D3 in this position against, I believe, Lenny or Dominguez in the American Cup. I mean, that streamer guy played Queen D3. So let's see if Ray wants to play like a top streamer or he wants to play like a proper professional chess player. Hans called the arbiter. Hans called the arbiter for what? There's no moves here, so I wouldn't be shocked if you are lying. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, let's see. What will Ray do? Ray's way too slow here, by the way. Yeah, I know. Someone said there was an arbiter called for Hans's game, but I don't see anything. Yeah, Queen D3 or Castle are probably the two main moves here. Let's see which one Ray plays. Maxime drew very quickly against Ralph. Very, very quick draw. I guess they just drew. Okay, so that's one draw. The Geese. Okay, this looks very boring. Boring. A lot of boring games. Get B3. Okay. Probably B6 here or C5. Wesley isn't as active anymore. How's Wesley doing? He's on board 11. He's doing well. What's this game? There's some drama on Hans's game. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Sorry. Arch's game looks pretty balanced. Not very exciting. Pretty equal position in Hans's game, I would say. Pretty even. Logical move. Probably knight d4 if I had to guess. Or like queen c2, rook d1 ideas. But Han's going to go queen d6 and try to set up a double A battery. Shimanov is bald, I guess. I don't know. I've got no idea. Probably rook d1 somewhere, like maybe already rook d1 here, maybe. So let's see what we got here. Parham versus Cena, move ahead. Okay. Logical. All pretty standard so far. Probably knight d4 somewhere. You want to play knight d4, but I don't know what white's supposed to do after like g6 and like some b6. Apparently knight h4. I'm not playing bullet brawl. Nope. What are you guys talking? You're talking about taxes or something? Taxes on what? I know what you guys are talking about, but taxes if you're talking, I think you're talking about China or something. It's like the Chess Federation takes 50% of all prize money, if not higher. I've heard that from multiple sources. So like, yeah, anyone who thinks 30-35% is not. Like the Chess Federation in China takes at least 50% of all the players' money. At least. It might be higher than 50, but at least 50. So let's see what we got. I don't actually like white's position here, if I'm being honest. I feel like the two bishops long term are pretty good for black objectively. Okay, Artemiev also drew very quickly. Okay, what do we have in Hans's, or not Hans, sorry, Ray's game? Another future first American rapid champion. Ray playing against Magnus. This looks pretty normal. Okay. So Hikaru, if you win WCL to give away 1 million, why would I have to give away 1 million? I live here in America. Here in America, we have a top tax rate of 37% because we're capitalists. We don't believe in any of that commie trash. So no, of course not. Let's be real. See what Ray does here. Is Levy richer than any chess player? Depends on your definition by chess player. If you exclude Magnus and myself, I think the answer is probably very well. I mean, excluding great world champions, but of the modern players who play actively, I would say yes. If you include Magnus and myself, then the answer is no. But if you exclude the two of us, then the answer is yes. Let's see what Ray will play here. Can Han still make the canvas? No, the canvas is gone. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, you guys, I'm basically talking literally active players now. If you look at probably money adjusted, if you look at probably like adjusted to where you live, Gukesh is probably currently, I would say, the richest player. I think is what I would say. I think if you look at the adjusted for how far money goes in India versus anywhere else, I would say that I think Gukesh is probably the richest of the current players. That's what I would say. Just because money goes so much further in India. Okay, let's see what will be played here. Apparently 94 is the best move, but let's see what we got. Probably takes, maybe knight c2 93. Interesting idea here. Looks pretty balanced though. Standings are Artemiev on 7.5, Magnus, Shimanov, Niemann, and Gukesh on 6.5. So if any of these guys win, they will tie for the lead. See what we got here. How much dollars a night a hotel in India costs? I don't know. Not sure. Or sorry, Magnus on 6. Sorry, you're right. So Serrano's on 7. Yeah, a bunch of people. There are 3 people on 6.5. Gukesh richer than you guys. I'm saying on money adjusted. I don't know. You guys tell me, how much is $1 million in India relative to like the Western world? I feel like $1 million in India is like a lot of money. Like, how much is $1 million if what? It's only 3x if you compare India to the US. I don't believe that. Well, a million is worth 4, so it's like 4 to 1. I'm saying adjusted. I'm saying adjusted, you guys. I'm not saying. Okay, you guys are missing the point of what I'm saying. But anyway, whatever. How much is 1 million? How much is 1 million USD worth in India? Let's see. It's like 4 to 1, basically. Okay. Okay. So quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we get here. Yeah, someone in chat said like it's 12x purchasing power, right? So if it's 12x, $1 million in India is $12 million. So basically, I don't know how much Gukesh has, but that adds up very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. But anyway, who cares? I mean, who cares? Like, who cares? Gukesh has been successful. Why are we having this conversation? I don't even understand why it matters. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Who cares? Why don't I stream on YouTube anymore? I don't really stream on YouTube. I never have much. For some of the Google stuff, I've done it, but not really. See what happens here. Ray using a lot of time. Ray also a time pressure addict as well. So let's take a look at the other games. Temiev Drew, Shimanov. Okay, this looks very balanced. I think this game's going to be a draw, by the way. I think we're going to have some kind of repetition like this. I think it's going to be a draw, actually. I'd be surprised if this isn't a draw. I think we're going to get some kind of repetition. Okay, Gukesh's game looks balanced. Have y'all seen the picture of Magnus' hand when he pushes the camera posted by Chustum? I haven't seen that, no. I'll take a look quickly. Oh, it wasn't even his hand, it was like an elbow. That's bad. That's actually really bad. That was an elbow. Huh. All right, we got knight c5 here. Not as bad as throwing a chess piece. Thank you for the rage bait. Throwing a piece that I was asked to throw for content, but thank you, as always. Oh, Gukesh in trouble here, by the way. Queen e1, knight d4, apparently dangerous. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw. We're gonna get some kind of repetition here. This will be a draw. Yeah. See, queen e8, queen a3 looks fine. Looks very boring. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, the random guy, being stupid. Thank you. Thank you. Bunch of stupid people in chat, but thank you. All right. All right. So what do we have? Let's see. Actually, you know what's funny? People who say the Indian audience is sensitive. I was in Mumbai and not a single person was upset or mentioned that. So people who terminally live on the internet really have no idea of what the real world is like. Legitimately. Like literally, like everybody in Mumbai was very chill, happy I was playing there. And then you see all this garbage on the internet. You realize there are people who are terminally online who don't know anything at all. I know about a cold. I've just got a little bit of phlegm in my throat, but whatever. Okay, let's see what we get here. Looks like just a game. I feel like Magnus doesn't win this game though. It's gonna be an uphill slog to win the tournament. So he's gonna be 1 point back, and there are gonna be multiple people on 7.5 probably. But we'll see. Like, I think here there's knight before, right? Yeah, I mean, the only way to play for more, I think, is queen e8. It's the only way, but after queen d5, I think white's actually just up a pawn. So let's take a look. Okay, Gukesh in trouble here, by the way. Queen's coming to b5. This is problematic. Very problematic. Very, very problematic here. Artemiev drew quickly, yes. Noterbeck has a good position here. Sometimes it's annoying for players when cameras follow you to the hotel, I guess. I mean, I don't really have sympathy for that comment because reality is people like Magnus are pushing. They want chess to be more mainstream. Like having cameras in your face is one of the ways. Having more interest and more cameras, everything is one of the ways that you're going to. People are going to have more interest in the game. So I don't really have sympathy for that take, and I think if it were someone else, I could get it. But Magnus is one of the people almost more than anyone else who's pushing for like the making chess mainstream. So I don't really agree with that at all. Why is Ray so low on time, by the way? Yeah, I don't really get it when people say that. Like I haven't seen much, but a little bit, like people trying to say like it's okay or something. The cameraman's in his way. Like I mean I don't really buy that. This game's so very slow some way. I predict this game's going to be a draw, by the way. Han's going to go bishop e6, knight d4. He's looking for an alternative bishop e6 here, but I think it's going to be a draw. He goes for queen e8. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I think queen e3 is a blunder, right? Because knight c4 is supposed to be good for black. But queen b4 is probably complicated. Oh, Galtham chest blundered. Okay, let's go to Galtham. What about Ollie Reza? Looks Drosh. I don't see Galtham. Who's Galtham playing against? I don't see it. His game. Oh, yeah, I don't see Galtham's game. Oh, he's playing Ivanchuk? Apparently blanks. I don't see Ivanchuk's name. There it is. Okay. 94? Yeah. Okay, Ray's time usage is unacceptable in this game, by the way. I mean, what is this time usage? I think Magnus will win this game because of time. I don't know what everyone's doing. Suddenly everyone's playing like they've got like 10 years on the clock. Go back to Gukesh, okay. Apparently a blunder, but why? Noterbet cannot make the candidates, no. See what we got. Very, very slow. Very, very slow. MVL drew his game. He drew. MVL drew his game very quickly. Okay, rook c5. Probably knight d4, of course. Ray should play this move very quickly, by the way. Way too slow. Way too slow. Too slow. You gotta go. See what happens. I don't like the time usage. I think Ray's in trouble here, but we'll see. Like, this is a good example where taking and playing knight d4 is correct, but it's very tough to play. Let's see if Ray can do it. I don't think he can. I mean, this time usage is just terrible. I mean, just terrible. Like, you can't play with 10 seconds on your clock against Magnus. What even is this? Yeah, I mean, the play is fine, but the time usage is not okay. Let's see what happens. I don't like it. I don't like it. Rook d4. Apparently a blunder. I don't know why, but because bishop e6, and now if you play like a random move, there's gonna be a d4. That's actually a very bad move. Now bishop. Wait. What is this? Not great at all. Rook d4 is a very bad move from Shimonov. It's not a move I would have ever considered. Okay, a5 played quickly. Not a move that I like from Hans. I mean, it's fine, but now white can play like knight e1, queen c2, and the game goes on. It's not straightforward. a4 I think is a blunder because there's gonna be some trick here. Bishop g4 in Gukesh's game. What's this one? Did Cena move ahead win again? Did he? Okay. Oh, b3. Check. Oh, actually b3 is easy. Oh, look, Ray blundered. What did I tell you guys? I literally told you guys, what on earth is Ray doing? Getting down to 10 seconds like a complete idiot. I mean, you can't play with 10 seconds on your clock. Like, what even is that from Ray? That's just so bad. That's just so inexcusable. I mean, lose on the board, but like just going down to 5 seconds for no reason. Terrible. Wait. Chances to save for white, but Han's definitely better here. All right, I'm gonna use the restaurant. I'll be back in a second. This game probably will be over, but let's see. Are we gonna get b4? Nope. Blunder, of course. I've been drinking a lot of water and tea and vitamin C, everything. Hans is winning. I mean, he's definitely better. Yeah, we got the exact line I thought we'd get. I mean, it should just be very good for black, right? Should be good. We'll see. Noterbeck winning? Okay. Ah. No, Rook C7 apparently not so clear. No, apparently not so clear. Oh, Rook D7 was just winning. Ah, he missed Rook C7. He missed Rook C7. That's what he missed. Still chances to win. If white could somehow get this setup, something like this, then white's maybe not complete. Actually, even this is losing. Wow. Oh, this is losing some tactic. But if white could somehow get this setup with like C4 or something like this, their chance to save. But you have to get a lot of stuff going right. 'Cause you need the pawns here, you need the knight like over here, and you need C4. It's probably too much to ask for. Oh, look, Ray blundered. I mean, just the time usage is unacceptable. Yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's unacceptable mainly because if you're gonna lose a game, you lose on the board. Just lose on the board. But getting down to 10 seconds for no reason, like there were literally no moves that Ray had to think on, is just really, really terrible. Like this position, like fine, right here, he took like 6 minutes, right? 2 minutes 50 seconds, way too much time. Also, 2 minutes on taking, like just way too much time. Just terrible, really, really terrible from Ray. Oh, did Gukesh blunder? Aha. Gukesh is gonna win. Sorry, Noterbeck is gonna win. Cinderov about to win too. Let's leave it here because every other game is pretty much over. Maybe Shimano's game isn't over, but let's take a look at the Ray game. Not the Ray game, sorry, the Gukesh game. Artemiev made a quick draw. G4 only move, very hard move to play, but he probably will find it. Both G4 and Bishop takes F3 win here. Multiple moves. Good stuff from Noterbeck. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, Rook D2 is the winning move here also. Let's see. Or this. This also wins. I'm just eating an apple, that's it. Alireza drew. Looks like a draw. Looks like a draw. Yeah, this will be a draw. F2. Rook F7, Rook D8, Rook D7. Ah, still tricky. This should be over in a second. Really, really good stuff from Noterbeck too. I feel like Hans is still winning this, but he's kind of made it a little bit messier than it should be. Okay, Ray is obviously lost. Gukesh should be losing here, right? Yeah, both C2, C4 should be winning. Shag isn't winning up a queen. G6 was a draw here. Wow. Crazy game. Yeah, okay, Gukesh will definitely lose here. Okay. Yeah, well done by Noterbeck. Really, really good game. Probably you just go back. King D5 also likely good enough to win here for black. I'm not playing Bullet Brawl, no. Yeah, now Hans wins because the bishop is free. The rook will be free. Easy peasy. Arjun? Arjun drew, yes. Okay. Erdogma should be winning this game too, by the way. I mean, Erdogmas is just a great player. Like, it's not even a surprise how well he's doing. He's so good. Just too good. Just too good. Checkmate. Checkmate. Okay, Noterbeck won. Hans will... Wait, what? Oh my gosh. He probably thought it was bishop b4. There's some kind of win, but after this, you guard the pawn at the end here, right? The queen guards the pawn. That's what he missed. Queen d4 is the only move. Why is he thinking? Yeah. Bishop b6, good symmetry. You can't guard a pawn at f2, that's why. I think that's why I hear you to go queen e3. Oh, and there's knight g5. Wow. Some serious misses at the end of this game by both players, but ultimately Hans is a better blitz player than Shimano, so it's not shocking that this is how it ends. Yeah, I think that's going to round it out. Okay, Mamadou also going to win. Could be 6.5, but still 1 point out. Let's go back. Let's take a look at the results. So Hans will win to get him to 7.5. So he'll be tied for the lead. Really? I thought Noterbeck was on 7.5 too. I guess not. So it's just a tie. Yeah, he'll be tied with 4 rounds to go with Artemiev, Magnus Drama, Erdogmas out of nowhere. Noterbeck also on 7. Ali Reza did not get it done though, did he? I don't see Ali Reza anywhere up here. Wow. Yeah, he's not in the top 25, so... Where is he? Guess I'll control F. Ooh. Oh, he's still playing, though. He's still playing? Yeah, but he's going to draw. He's going to be on 5.5. Like... I mean, 5.5 is not going to be good enough at all. 5.5 will be what? That will be good for 68th place. Yeah, not good enough. Not at all. Not good enough at all. So, okay, that should be it then. Okay, Hans won. Shaq won. Lazovic should win. It's tricky. Maybe rook c4. It's not easy, actually. Maybe king d4, e3, h4, f4. Not easy. Okay, should be winning. Lasvik will also be 6.5. Also could cause some damage if he wins at the end. Yeah, I mean Hans obviously won. That's not a question. Every other game looks like it's done. So yeah. There are only 4 people on 7 though, so it's gonna be very, very close. But say we the last active games. So many active games, jeez. Alireza will be a draw. Still 4 rounds left. Okay, Buddy Pranav will lose. Yeah. Gutam lost. Ouch. So, can we check Vincent's game? I haven't paid attention to Vincent at all. How's Faustino doing? 4.5 out of 8. Decent result. So, all right, you guys. I think I'm going to call it for right now. I'm not shocked that Hans is up there. Not at all. Because if you get the right pairings, you can win a couple of games in a row. You just have to get the right pairing. So, I'm not shocked he's up there. But there's still 4 rounds left. I'm more curious to see what happens with Magnus and Erdogma specifically. And Noterbeck also. It's going to be a barn burner. So, I'm gonna call it for right now. I'll come back, I believe, around the same time tomorrow. I'll be back. Hans at 4 IMs in the first 6 rounds. I mean, sure, but like again, like it happens. It's not, you know, can't be like, okay, this guy got easy pairings, like that's that. So I'll be back same time tomorrow. I'm gonna run my outro. I'll obviously go do a recap, but not feeling super hot, so I'm just gonna run the outro and I'll see you guys all tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Hope you enjoy the show. See you then. Have a good one, you guys. Bye.